Are y'all aware of the
man.
freaking world? What's happening in his world? I know Chris isn't because he doesn't.
I mean, there's a lot happening right now.
I don't know. My world is amazing.
Oh, I think I know where you're going.
Yes, man. It's all these chemicals.
Oh man, it's
Chemical
bad.
spills.
Yes, it's,
You know about that?
You talked about it.
There's and the thing is like there's more than just one chemical spill.
Yeah,
It's
correct.
happening like there's one that happened in Texas. There's one that happened in
It was in Texas? There was one?
It was in like in Houston.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
And
Well, it's
then
close to the water. They're gonna get that in the water.
Bro, they're all close to the water.
Ohio, there's one in Norway that happened. I'm just like in some of these instances it would be like train derailments. I know that's how it was in Ohio, the train derailment, and then they'll burn the chemicals.
Idiots.
It's like and
Idiots.
it's happening.
They're burning the chemicals.
The train derailed, right? And there was a chemical on the train that was toxic. So in their genius mind, they said, okay, let's burn the chemicals using a chemical that they used in World War I that was designed as chemical warfare, right? So then these chemicals create this huge, basically a nuclear cloud,
Yes.
a plume.
It's just it looks
Oh
like
my God.
It
Yeah.
looks like thunder
It look like
clouds,
clouds.
but it's like
in Ohio.
Yes.
yes.
Oh my
So
God.
they burned it, and then it created this nuclear plume that now just started spreading.
fallout.
Right, and then it's gone. It's from Ohio, and it's moved all the way over to almost Harrisburg,
Pittsburgh,
Pennsylvania.
yeah.
Pittsburgh.
I was moving towards the
It's
water.
just
over
this
there.
huge array, but it's right on the river.
That's insane.
So the Ohio River down to like Louisiana, they found dead fish and cattle.
Dead animals, and
Animals.
foxes, and people.
You
who
didn't. I don't think you explained that.
I said part of it in the video,
You
but
did,
it's
but you
been a
didn't
lot.
explain how it was spreading. I was like, I didn't understand how it was spreading.
Oh, I mean, more people. Okay.
No, that's not how you clean up chemical spills. That's not like that's what?
They said let's burn it.
They just let's burn it. They'll have like
No.
They have news anchors or people who work for the news who go out there and test the water. You go through like anywhere out there, you touch the water, it starts bubbling.
Shut up, for real?
It starts bubbling. Like they have a dude out there. He's like in a lake, somewhere near a lake, and he just uses like a long little branch or stick, and just like you see, he just moves it once, and it starts.
Bro, like how? No. There's too
crazy.
many. This is how you know it's being done on purpose. Because there's too many agencies, there's too much information. Just working in, like warehouses and stuff, as an electrician, just like you never burn it ever.
No, you
there's
get some
there's
sort
a
of-
material, an absorbent material
There you go.
that absorbs it, that encapsulates it, essentially quarantines it, and then still the way they dispose of it is probably not the best, but you don't burn it so it goes up in the air and spreads all over everywhere.
That's why I'm just like, bro, I don't know what's happening, but it feels like we're moving. The Fauci ouchie is already going out the way, so we're moving into this is a conspiracy theory. But it feels like we're moving into like a chemical warfare type of a situation because it's happening everywhere.
Do you know
So
what
in
this,
other parts of the world.
Yeah.
Do you know what this sets up? Number one, we got to remember that Bill Gates has been buying up all the land in the middle of this country for the last 2 years or more, right? Selling it to China, yada yada yada, right? This happened on pieces of his land. He owns land in these areas, so there's no such thing as coincidence. So in some way he's involved, in my opinion. Conspiracy theorist, right? This isn't in the news.
Dots connect.
Right? Dots connect. All right. Also, right, we understand that they have all their food products and all this stuff. And what they're going to do is, if they kill all the food, if they make it scarce enough, then they just say, oh, well, now they're manufacturing a problem. So what this then causes people to do is just eat the processed food, right? This food is safe. The food that they grow is not safe. Now that soil, how long is it going to be before they said this is going to be this is like the Chernobyl of the United States, right? Chernobyl is still I don't think anyone still lives there.
The Chernobyl, what is that?
Chernobyl is there was a nuclear reactor that melted down in Chernobyl. It was in the Soviet Union at the time, Ukraine, right? And it melted down, and when it melted down, they told everybody, "Oh, it's safe. We're getting readings are fine. Yada yada yada. You guys are okay." right? Meanwhile, I mean, all the residents are getting crazy radiation, like like deadly amounts of radiation. Within 24 hours, people are just falling over. They're throwing up, like the whole town, right? And then of course they eventually move people out of the area, and they come in and they start cleaning things up. All the people that were coming in and cleaning things up, they were all sick. They were all going into the hospital. They were dying of radiation poisoning, and it's been like that for like 60 years. Right. It's I think at this point it's low enough to where people can go in and they do tours and stuff, I think, but you can't live there. Mm-hmm. So now we're not going to know. I mean, they're covering this up. So we're not going to know the true fallout until a year, 2 years from now, whatever. Maybe.
Everyone is going to be affected in some capacity.
Correct. I mean, so it's just like, This is scary, and I think that what they're doing is they're using this to scare people into now. Listen, man, this is, oh my God, they got everybody during the what, I don't know what to say,
the Fauci ouchie.
The Fauci ouchie, that whole
We're not allowed to
situation.
say that no more?
I don't know.
They'll flag the videos.
So they got everybody moving in concert with that, right? They're still pushing everything. They're still pushing things for people to get stuff. Right, and what they've done is they have earned the trust of people. Not just follow me. The standard person. The right. They've earned their trust.
Okay.
Right, and they've tricked them into saying, well, "Just trust us, believe us." Right. Oh, there's people still out there that feel this way. Okay. So now what they do is it makes it so much easier to say, "Oh my God, we had a national emergency. We got to get you guys to get these shots so you can eat the food," right? Or they're going to say, well, don't eat that food. Natural food is now good, is now bad. If it was grown in this soil, it's no good. It's gotten to the water. All the fish that are dying, now the water's polluted. So only fish that is good is going to be the farm raised or the pool raised fish. We already have that working, or the fish that comes over from China, right? This is what's going to happen. All these things, all the GMOs, the hybridization of animals is all going to be pushed even further now, because it's going to be like, this food is good, and natural food is just going to then just continue to go out of style, so to speak. This is my theory.
No, I think that makes sense. I mean, I reached out to my mom because when I heard about what happened in Ohio, I'm just like, because I wasn't like super privy, but then I saw it. It said Ohio. So anytime I think about Ohio, I think about my family, my mom and my brother.
Yeah.
And so she didn't really know anything about it. But I feel like this.
Which is crazy because your mom watches the news.
Right.
So what does that mean?
That means they're not.
It's like this isn't as, they're not making it as big as it should be.
Yeah.
And
they're
like
covering it up.
And here's another, I guess, little fun fact about what happened, because this happened. This explosion, this derailment, it happened in, East Palestine, Ohio. It happened in East Palestine, Ohio. And last year, there was a movie. It's called White Noise.
Uh-oh.
And it's about a chemical spill from a train derailment that exploded in East Palestine, Ohio.
You're shitting me.
Dead ass. You can look it up.
I mean, are we really surprised at this point?
I'm not.
Because
It's
we
just
know
like,
all of this stuff is orchestrated. It's the first thing we said.
So
So
what
this
they-
is on purpose.
yeah. Can you stream it? Have you looked it up?
It's on Netflix.
Have you watched
I
it?
don't have Netflix.
You ain't trying to go that deep, huh? Because you can find out what's going to happen next.
No, I read
just watched the movie.
I just read the description of the movie, and it's literally East Palestine, or you can even watch the trailer.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying, if you watch the movie, you'll know how it ends.
All right, someone give me some Netflix.
Hey, go ahead, y'all can watch the
You
movie.
don't have Netflix?
No, I got
Probably
HBO. I got
kicked off of it at
Stars.
some point, 'cause-
Yeah,
no, you have
yeah.
Hulu.
I was on your Netflix. No, I was on John's. I think his.
They changed it. I think you
They
can't
did
have as many
something,
people.
but he had the big boy account. He got 4K. You know, he got all that.
No, he did.
No, he had it,
Yeah.
and I think he said, nah,
They ain't upgrade. He ain't upgrade.
"I need your password."
Okay.
But yeah, man,
So what are they gonna do, man? What's your theory?
I don't know what's happening, man. I don't get it. Like, I feel like There has to be some kind of book out there. Maybe there's a book out there that like predicted this.
Man, I literally was watching how to start a garden last night. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've already been on it, but I'm looking at planning March. So hopefully in the next week it's supposed to be 80 next week.
Here's the thing. This is all part of the plan that they've been orchestrating for as long as we've been alive.
Correct.
So it's not
Yeah.
none of this stuff, bro. Listen. The only reason why you guys are so upset right now is that you are mature adults who have a understanding of the impact of this stuff, and you're just essentially worried about what potentially is going to happen now that they're doing this. But you have to remember they've been doing this since we were children. Before we were cognizant of this, there was oil spills and anthrax, and nothing is new. You know what I'm saying? So to worry about it, and I'm not saying that y'all are necessarily worried about it, but to worry about it or feel like you got to go out your way to do something special, why do you think there's all these doomsday people out there? This is the type. You're just simply going. It's a cycle. Mm-hmm. We children, we don't know nothing. We grow up. As we're growing up, there's always that crazy uncle or somebody who's got like a bunker in the ground, and then eventually you become the person that's got the bunker in the ground. Like,
I'll take a bunker.
Here's the thing: the bunker never gets used.
I still take a bunker.
So at the end of the day, the reason why I'm so disconnected from this stuff is because it doesn't matter.
Well, here's for me. It motivates me. Don't get it twisted. First of all, I'm not stupid, right? That doesn't that means even if they've been doing stuff like this, that doesn't mean I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not personally doing anything.
None of us are just doing what we've been doing. We evolve all the time.
Right. So for me, it's just like, okay, it's information, it's knowledge. I'm sharing it because we may be on a very different level than other people, right? People are just like, oh, I had no idea.
Right.
Right? Like, so for me, it's like, okay, this is just motivation to do what I was going to do anyway. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And granted, I'm not in a position to start a whole freaking garden, but I can start some small things. You know what I'm saying? I can start my favorites, my leafies, and and maybe some melons or something. You know what I'm saying? So it to me, it's motivating and just like, yeah, you need to do this anyway, right? You start small, and then all of a sudden, now you got a whole field of, you don't even go to the grocery store, or if you do, you're going to just get a few things that you just can't grow yourself, like maple syrup or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think ultimately, regardless of what's going on in the environment, growing from home, even if the soil is bad or the air is bad, it's still going to be better than buying it from the grocery store. So no matter what, that's always going to be a better solution.
Yeah.
Plus, of course, you can control the environment at home a lot better. So it's very likely that you are getting better product because your soil's better or your air is cleaner or whatever. But at the end of the day, man, this is why I don't worry about it. I think it's important to inform people. I'm not saying people shouldn't be aware.
Right.
But it's like people have been aware. We've been fighting against this for decades. Oh, yes.
No, I'm just saying, like,
it's just different generations of people. But yes, people have been aware. Yes.
I think that we're more disconnected than ever. I think that people, even in the age of information, I think that we're more disconnected from what's happening because they have the ability to just do whatever they want. Right? They get a couple of influencers. They'd be like, "Oh no, it's not even a big deal. It's already good. They test it. They take some fake readings. Da da da."
Did it? When did the crash actually happen? Was it around the Super Bowl?
This last week. Yeah, this thing was right after or something like that.
Right after the Super Bowl, right before.
What part of Ohio is East Palestine in?
It's closer to.
That'd be northern Ohio.
No, that's what I was thinking too, because I never heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it either. I was just like, it's closer to where Pennsylvania is.
Okay,
right,
so it's out east.
Northwest.
Yeah.
Northeast. So when I first heard it, it said, I don't know where this is. So I said, okay, it's nowhere near Cincinnati. It's nowhere near Columbus, nowhere near our people.
Yeah.
But then a couple of days later, I saw that map, and I'm like, Jay, what? Like this affected area is all the way out into Pennsylvania. So it's scary.
I mean, it is what it is. I
mean,
what we gonna do?
I mean,
we can't stop an orchestrated thing that's happening in Norway, happening in Illinois, happening in Texas, Hawaii, and all these other places around the world. Consistently, plastic and all this stuff, factories blowing up.
It's crazy, bro.
I'm just like, why? All during Black History Month.